Hey Bubba, how important is George Odum to your special teams, and can you put him leading the league in special teams tackles into perspective a little bit?
Yeah, George, I'll say one thing about George. He is a tough kid now. This kid is tough, and he's willing to do anything you ask him to do. He's very productive, instinctive. He does a good job. He just finds the ball, consistently finds the ball in all these coverage units, and he's improved in the return game. He's been a great guy for our unit overall, and obviously the production has been outstanding this year. That's one thing, to be able to lead the league in tackles at this point in the season is a testament to him and his hard work and his toughness.
George Bremer.
Coach, even given the flags, which obviously you want to clean up, was Sunday another example of how close you are to having a really big game in the return game right now?
Yeah, it's been a big emphasis for us this year is being able to generate some explosive returns in both punt return and kick return. Unfortunately, that we had the penalties that that nullified those plays, but we feel like our guys are playing extremely hard, and it was unfortunate that that happened. But we're just going to continue to play clean. Going into that game, we were top 10 in the league and fewest penalties in the kicking game, so that's been a big emphasis for us, and that stems down from the owner all the way to the head coach. So we're going to continue to improve in that area.
Zach Kiefer.
Bobo, how would you characterize Naheem's performance this year? It seems like he's had a lot more yards than maybe he's been accredited just because of the penalties have held him back, but he's had some of these pops. How has he done as a returner this year in your eyes, and is there more to get in the next couple of weeks?
I think he's consistently improved since he's been here, from his rookie year till now. The one thing he does is he works extremely hard before and after practice, catching as many balls as he can. He's improved in his setups, and obviously he is a very aggressive runner. He's hard to tackle. He's fast. He can he does a good job of staying on the move. We always talk about, not slowing down whenever you're making your cuts. He does a good job of that and putting pressure on coverage units. Hopefully we can, continue to win on the outside and be able to create space inside for him to work with.
He catches balls before and after every practice, you said? For how long do you think?
I know. Well, most times he's going to be able to get out there pre-practice, and then post-practice he's one of the last ones off the field every day. He stays out there. He works the jugs. He and Frankie, they do a really good job, and he's been a great asset for our unit, and hopefully we can continue to create explosive returns for our team and create field position. It's been good.
Mike Chappell.
How about knowing what goes into that, the placement routine, the snap, hold, and kick? How many days did Ryan Allen have to work on that with you guys?
So we got Ryan in the building last Thursday. So it was really two practices and really one day of kicking, because Rod didn't kick on Thursday last week. So it was really one true day of kicking, but it was 2 days of actually, receiving snaps. I work with Ryan in New England, and I know that Ryan's a very, very good holder, and I knew that he'd be comfortable, or that Rod would be comfortable with him in the short amount of time that we would have to adjust. So I thought that proved to be, beneficial for us to be able to get him here, and knowing that he's a good directional punter, lefty, works hard, smart, has played in a lot of big games in his career, has won a few Super Bowls and all that. So Ryan's very smart and in tune and very good communicator. And I thought he did a good job last week with Rod.
Jim Milo.
Yeah, Bubba. Obviously, Naheem had a great day on the kick return and got called back. But you have another electric kick returner in Isaiah Rodgers, who's had a pretty good year so far. How do you balance going forward? Who's going to get those returns, and who do you send out there for that?
We have a lot of confidence in the roster right now. We're in a fortunate situation with Isaiah, Naheem, Ashton had productive returns earlier in the year, and has even in the last year. Tremon's done a good job throughout his career. So we have a number of guys that we trust back there, and by game plan we'll make a decision on who's going to be back there. I think all of those guys have done a good job and earned the right to be back there to be able to put the team on their back, and we trust all of those guys with the ball. So it's been a good thing for us to have as much depth and ball handling depth as we have.
Is there? I know you can't give away too many secrets, but is there a way you could kind of tell us how you make the judgment between, from kick to kick or game to game between who's going to be out there?
I think it's a week to week thing. You know, we go in, you know, we have discussions with the head coach, GM, based on whatever we're running in our game plan. that'll be a big thing for us. Who's up and down for the game, what the volume is on those guys and other areas. So, you know, like you said, I'm not going to give away too much on who's going to be up or down as far as who's going to get the returns. But like I said, all of those guys have done a really good job for us. So, you know, we like that we have as much depth as we do.